I'll do anything you want.
Come on, be nice. Be a sweetie pie.
What did you say?
No, being big and muscly isn't everything.
Sounds like brainwashing.
No. Brainwashing is what they get from the chanters, the loonies.
So we can be a little more cooperative.
Take a walk. I'm looking for a psycho killing kids on the beach.
Residence? 1 minute, please.
Yes, operator? Oh, sure, the party will call right back. Thank you. Oh, operator, where was the call placed from? Which beach? Thank you.
Look, some people are after me. Look, they're trying to kill me.
Why don't you get on the radio, Pep? See if the local police can come up with anything that might tie in.
Greetings. What's happening? Remember me? I'm gonna ask you a couple questions.
What are you doing?
I'm asking you questions, man.
All right.
You were here this morning, weren't you?
Sure, 5:30.
Yeah.
Why, what's going on?
It's a homicide. The body's over there where the crowd is gathered. When you got here this morning, did you find anything unusual or anything different?
I wouldn't notice anything. I'm into a training cycle now. All I can think of is concentration.
I can dig that. So, you didn't see anything at all, right?
I have to ignore the externals. All I can think about now is my body. Until after the quarterfinals.
Well, I think you're doing good, man. Good luck to you.
Was he exactly like killing you found him?
Exactly. I mean, I didn't touch a thing. I could see he was dead even though it's still dark out.
What were you doing out on the beach before daylight?
Summer hours. I make a run ahead of the cleaning rigs. They can't see the ground because of the scoop. I mean, we've run over guys sleeping on the beach.
Have you ever seen this kid before? Hanging around the beach that you know of?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. I've never seen him. The first time I saw him was this morning, just the way he is.
Okay, thanks very much.
Yeah.
Hey, excuse me. Investigator Stiles. You a tenant in this building?
Yeah. Well, not exactly.
What do you mean?
I stay, I got some friends up on the 3rd floor.
Look, a boy was murdered last night about 100 yards from here. Right over there on the beach.
Yeah, I heard about that. Man, it sure bummed me out.
I'd like to question the people in the building. I just can't walk right in. Good citizens might get nervous, flush their stash down the toilet, make all those crazy panic moves.
Yeah, panic.
No, I'm not narcotics or vice or the juvenile department. I just want to ask some questions. Did you spread the word around? Hey, are you missing the whole point? I'm looking for a psycho killing kids on the beach. It's your beach? You know the kid in the plastic bag was about your age? I'm just trying to catch the killer, put him on the brain ranch before he hits again. That's all.
Wait. Death by asphyxiation. Somebody twisted his arm behind him till it broke. He shoved his face in the sand and held it there. The MO is different from our other beach murders.
We had one at Santa Barbara like this not too long ago.
Similar, yeah. But most of our victims were discovered on the more secluded beaches. This guy was right here on a public beach.
Police responded to a disturbance call last night.
Oh?
It came from over there on Windward Street. They didn't find anything.
Do they know who placed the call?
It came from a youth hotline switchboard a few minutes from here. What was the time of death?
Approximately midnight.
That's when the call came in.
Where are Pete and Joe?
They split in both directions. They wanted to cover as much of the beach as possible before it filled up, but guess they didn't make it.
Hey, got a quarter?
Do I have a quarter? I tell you what, I'll give you a quarter for a hug.
Sure.
Oh. All right.
Thanks, officer.
Broke his arm and buried his face in the sand.
Yeah.
Wouldn't really be that tough, Pep. He was pretty small, thin, 14 or 15.
You want to check out the youth hotline?
Yeah, let's do it now.
That's right. You call the number I'm going to give you right now, and they'll be able to help
save you the daily trip.
Okay, it's
He won't believe you anyhow. Grass won't show up on the urinalysis.
Want to repeat that back to me?
Yes, I'm positive. I'm sorry. Yes, I heard about the kid on the beach. Now, how can I help you?
Did you call the police last night?
Yes. A boy called in just after midnight. He was scared, but I could tell it wasn't a bad drug trip. He said they were trying to kill him, that he'd seen them kill another kid.
Did he say who they were?
No, he just said they.
So what did you do?
Well, I offered to call his parents, but he said he'd tried that. He told me to get the police. Then he dropped the phone, and I heard the door go, and then a dial tone.
Any voices? Anything else?
No. Isn't it terrible? Missing kids turning up to be dead kids.
Yeah, there've been an awful lot of them lately.
Last week it was some girl, missing girl,
Hotline,
out
Johnson.
on the coast highway all busted up. She went on the report as a hit-and-run victim.
Hello, hotline.
Call was placed at 12:14 for anyone collect from Gary. I got a hold of one of the parents and the description matches. I have to ask him to identify the body. Tough one to put through the phone.
If the description matches, Santa Barbara's only a couple hours drive. I'll go with you. Want me to?
I'm Paul Lewin.
How you do, sir? I'm Sergeant Crowley. This is Sergeant Anderson.
I assume this is about Gary.
That's right, sir.
Look, if I'm going to need my lawyer...
Not at this point. How long has it been since you've seen your son, Mr. Lewin?
About 2 months. Gary ran away from home. I think this last time made it an even dozen.
Then you have no idea where he is.
None at all. He tried to call me last night, but he hung up before I could talk to him. And he'll call back. Look, I realize that I don't qualify as concerned parent of the month to you, but I have played this scene several times before. You must understand. I'm sure you work with plenty of juveniles.
The questions we're asking are in connection with a homicide case.
Homicide?
A young man was murdered in the beach area. We think it might be your son, sir. I have some photographs here if you'd care to look at them.
Oh, my God. 6 months ago, Gary ran away from home. Again. He was gone for 2 weeks. And I got a call from this fellow Curry representing the Youth Foundation. He hasn't. He said he'd located my son. He wanted to talk to me. So I drove down to check out the foundation. And I enrolled Gary.
Was it expensive?
It was a flat fee of $25,000. Half an enrollment, and the balance in a year, if the boy did not run away. And if he did, the foundation would locate him and put him back in training.
What was the training program like?
Oh, it was athletics, manual crafts. They had a lot of intensive counseling. I guess they called it retraining or reprogramming. When Gary called, I just assumed he was back at the foundation.
Mr. Lewin, there will be an investigation. You can help us if you don't talk to Mr. Curry. So if he tries to contact, just let us know, will you, please?
Oh, sure.
Reprogramming, retraining. No matter how you slice it, it still smells like brainwashing to me.
Are you up on brainwashing?
Just the North Korean variety. That's mostly a case of push and shove and listen to the same thing until that's all you could hear.
Some of them didn't live through it, did they? Do you remember what the boy said about killing?
Yeah, he said that they were trying to kill him. He'd already seen him kill another kid.
I'd like to learn more about reprogramming.
Are you listening? Can you hear me? I'll do anything you want. Really? You have to let me out of here.
Here's a wiener for you. If you operate a crash pad for kids, you do not need juvenile authority unless you claim county or state aid.
Well, from this information, these centers can avoid business licenses and a lot of paperwork by filing as a nonprofit organization.
Now, here's one that's hard to believe. It's a Curry Youth Foundation. Lists 7 employees, and not one has been checked for a criminal record.
It's not required.
It's not?
Nope. All they need is approval from the Department of Health.
I never realized that. These centers operate under no supervision, no controls. Did you know that?
You gotta be a lawyer just to hand out a parking ticket, Pip.
For sure.
Those are the rules. Whatever they are, Mr. Curry is complying with existing regulations. You can't fault him for that. No check for criminal records.
None.
All right. You're all night long waiting for this. Pretty healthy leg. Play a lot of football?
No, a little soccer.
Pep, I usually go along with your instincts. I haven't yet figured out a way inside the foundation.
It's a lot more than instinct. We have positive indications that kids in
Positive
there...
enough to hold our interest, but not for a search warrant.
So what do we have? Nothing?
Nothing. We may have to wait for their next move. What is that?
Well, Pete thinks it's a cross of hot chocolate and onion soup. I make it out to be consomme and tea. What do you think, William?
I think the coffee machine's out to get us all.
You know, Pep, there's a saying for that kind of smile.
Cheshire.
Cheese or cat?
It's rather uncomplicated. There are facts existing inside the foundation which must be brought to light. This will be brought to you today through the medium of a reporter asking questions at the front door.
Sometimes you remind me of my third grade elocution teacher. You planning on doing your Barbara Walters routine again?
It's worth a try.
No, Pep, Curry's not going to let you in just for publicity.
Especially if he's involved in the kid's death. And besides, Pep, everybody's not going to go for the baby Browns, you know?
I'd give her an interview.
You would.
See? It might work.
You know, if a reporter showed up asking questions, Curry just might think this is a bad time to say no.
Particularly if it's a pushy, aggressive national magazine like the National Woman.
Which just happens to be published back in New York, right? That would give us time to salt in your cover before they could check you out. Maybe. Okay, Barbara, what would you say to open him up?
I'm doing a feature article for the National Woman. I'll be writing about youth foundations, and I'd like it to be accurate.
I'm sorry, I don't give interviews.
Then why don't you listen to me? I can't be writing about West Coast youth centers without mentioning you and your youth center. Now, your competitors have plenty to say about you, so I have enough material for a real hatchet job. But I want to be fair to our subscribers and to you. Now, all I have so far are a few rumors and a turn down for an interview. I wouldn't want to print it that way.
You're not trying to intimidate me.
Me intimidate you? Oh, you'd never let me get away with that.
I'll give you 10 minutes.
Terrific.
Yeah, well, she walked right in with no hassle.
Yeah, well, you could read that either way. But, you know, Pepper, she took care of herself.
There we are.
Thank you. I really do appreciate your time.
Not at all.
Do you mind if I tape?
All right. Oh, no, I don't mind at all. The clock's on you. You got 10 minutes.
Thank you. I really want to be accurate, so
I kind of prefer it, actually.
thank you. Well, in your opinion, how did you become so successful?
We know what we're doing. We work hard at it, just like any other field, and we've gotten this big because we understand kids.
And are your services expensive?
Sometimes. All of our income is classed as contributions, but I have to adjust some of the charges because some of the people can't pay. But I never accept a contribution unless we can produce results.
How do you do that?
Well, you have to understand the motivations with runaways. They're usually running to something, not away. They're running to new experiences, new lifestyles.
That's very interesting. Well, continue. Please go on.
Well, the most difficult cases are the kids who are running back to groups or orders who've had them before. And it's, well, there must be a dozen groups like that out there. And they're offering kids spiritual highs, eternal life. Then they bend their heads and put them out in the street with a cup or have them sell incense or flowers. Parents bring me kids who won't go home or who won't stay there if you take them. And my program brings them around to the original values, reorients them to the meaningful things in life.
Sounds like brainwashing.
No, brainwashing is what they get from the chanters, the loonies. I simply give them common sense counseling, a chance to think it over.
That simple.
Mm-hmm. What do you expect? Something complicated.
Truth. And what's your ratio of girls to boys?
Well, that varies. Right now, it's 40-60.
Mm-hmm. And do you have any women on your staff?
Yes, a lady psychologist and 2 companion matrons.
Is this you?
Yes.
Nice picture.
Well, it was taken a long time ago. Korea. Are your readers interested in sports?
Yes, we have a sports department.
Actually, basketball is a very good game because you get a lot of body contact. Got the girls over here. spirit. Oh, they're just working off energy. When they get serious, they look like the Lakers. When do you go back east?
Oh, tomorrow or the day after. Might stay and soak up some of this California sunshine. There's a pool at the Excelsior.
Well, if you need some more information, why don't you give me a call?
I have all I need, thank you. I've worked very hard. I'm really very tired.
Well, if you, maybe I could call you for a drink.
Maybe that's why I told you where I was staying. Thank you.
Sure. What's wrong with Pamela?
I don't know. She's not responding.
Put her back into isolation.
She's a very high-strung girl. I'm not sure.
I'm sure. Put her back into the chamber right now and phone some of the youth centers and find out if they've been approached by the National Woman magazine.
Bob. What did you talk to that reporter for?
Brushing her off could have meant more attention. And I wanted to look her over.
Pamela. Where's Pamela?
We'll call the magazine in the morning.
I was thinking about something for tonight. Gotta watch everything if they connect Gary with the foundation.
After the first one, they're all numbers.
Let me go!
Please cooperate with me and get up slowly.
Yes!
Easy.
Yes!
You know where you're going, don't you?
Oh, thank you. Hello?
Hi, Pep.
Oh, I guess I dozed off. What time is it?
It's time to pack it in, kid. I guess the fish aren't biting, huh?
Well, I'm not getting too sunburned. Why don't I give it another hour or so, okay? Have you turned up anything?
Neither Cody nor Curry has a criminal record. I got Pete talking to an ex-employee, and I got Joe out checking Curry's service record. I'm just leaving to check out a complaint filed against the foundation.
Mm-hmm. You got anything for me?
What have I got for you? Why don't you just knock it off for the day? I hate to see a lady work overtime.
Okay, thanks, Bill.
Like I said, Pamela's mother remarried, a dentist with 2 kids. Pamela just never felt comfortable there. Okay, thank you.
Sir, tell me something. Why did you file the complaint?
When I found that my ex-wife put Pamela into that youth foundation, I tried to see her, but I hit a brick wall. They said it would disturb her therapy.
Is there any way that you could make a home for the girl?
I'd sure try.
Then why don't you?
The courts won't permit it. She's got legal custody. Look, I've got a home near here, but most of the time I'm on the road. I filed that complaint because I didn't know what this Curry Foundation was or what they were doing with her. But now I'm really worried. What's going on?
We're just conducting an investigation of the place.
Well, is there anything I can do?
I really can't think of anything right now, sir. I tell you, thank you very much for your cooperation. We'll be in touch with you.
Well, please let me know if I can.
Yes, room service, please. This is room 412. I just placed an order. I'd like to cancel it. I'm going to have dinner in the dining room instead. Thank you very much.
Bill?
Yeah, what do you got?
Just got off the phone, and I thought you might like to know that Curry did receive a full medical disability discharge from the Army. He stopped receiving his checks when he failed to appear for his periodical checkups.
That's very interesting.
Yes, and he was a patient at the VA hospital, psychiatric section.
I wonder what he was treated for.
Well, it certainly wasn't athlete's foot, I know that.
If the VA'd have copies of his medical records, it's probably too late today. Why don't you get on it first thing in the morning?
Well, ordinarily that's true, but in this case, I happen to know a nurse who thinks I make a wonderful doctor.
Why don't you get on it?
Oh, hi. I just tried to call you on the house phone, but you must have been on your way down. Did you make any plans for dinner?
I was thinking of maybe just grabbing a sandwich in the dining room, then heading back tonight. I don't find this town very friendly.
I'm sorry about today, but if you knew how many muckrakers I get coming around that foundation trying to do a smear job on me. You know, I even get competitors spying on me, trying to figure out how I operate.
Really?
Yeah. Gotta be careful. Now, how about relax? I will have a very nice dinner, and I'll tell you everything that you want to know. I got the car right outside.
Thank you.
Freeze, Turkey.
Put all that away, Pete. I'm just cooperating with the police.
Just the police, huh? That's what our relationship has come to after all this time. There's nobody else, is there?
Well, there must be. It's been over a month.
Has it really been that long?
Well, you came in with that bottle of dandelion wine all up on that big arrest you just made. We were right at this desk.
Well, you have to admit it was a very beautiful evening.
What do you want? This is a private club.
You Oaks? Sergeant Crowley of the police department.
What do you want to do? Bust me?
I'd just like to ask you a few questions.
Jam it. I'm concentrating.
I was hoping you'd be a little more cooperative.
Take a walk. You might accidentally get chopped up.
Sorry about it. I think I'll just take a look around. Now, you better relax. You know the old saying, when you're up to your neck in one of these, don't open your mouth.
I'm gonna kill you when I get loose.
See what I mean? You're just getting in deeper and deeper. All right, outside. This place is occupied. You were listed as an employee of the Curry Youth Foundation. Why'd you get fired?
Where you going? You're not leaving all like this?
I'll be back when you're ready.
I didn't get fired! I quit. The guy that runs it, Curry, he's doing numbers on kids' heads.
What kind of numbers?
How do I know? He's doing some sort of brainwashing deal.
What do you know about Curry?
I don't know nothing about him.
What about this guy you worked with, Cody? What do you know about him?
He used to work out here.
Yeah? Give me some more.
His name's Cofield. I think he's wanted back in Ohio.
For what?
How should I know? That's it. There ain't no more. There ain't no more.
Okay. How many bricks can you break?
What do you mean, how much bricks can I break?
How many bricks can you break?
12 or 14.
It's really something. You gonna give me the cups? Give me the cups. Give me the cups. What do you got, Pete?
Curry's been confined in a neuropsychiatric ward a couple of times. And about a dozen times it's an outpatient.
Anything we can move on?
No, not really. All we do know is that his head was really spaced out for a few years. As a matter of fact, his last visit was 3 years ago.
That was supposed to be Pepper's date. Glad he stood her up.
Really? How about you, anything?
Yeah, another name for Cody. I'm checking it out.
Well, I'll be right in. What time do you get off?
6 a.m. You gonna take me out for coffee and a donut?
You keep talking like that and I'll put the cuffs on you. Then you know what'll happen.
Most of the things that you read about brainwashing are negative. They break you off to the basics. Cut you off from everything that's familiar, secure.
Is that how some groups convert runaways?
Well, the techniques are a little bit more sophisticated, but the principle's the same. I was talking about Korea in the 50s.
You were a prisoner of war?
2 years. Look, I've got to stop by the foundation for a minute, okay?
Sure.
And then we'll get to dinner. Kids turn over their existences to whatever movement has them. And they exclude everyone outside of the group, even their parents. Sometimes they're even sent home to rip off their parents.
And you can remove the effect of all that conditioning?
Oh, excuse me. I'll be right back.
I'm getting a little hungry.
It smells phony to me. There are no baggage checks, no labels in her clothes. You keep her there. I'm on my way.
Is it dinner time yet?
Almost. I'd like to show you something. Have you ever seen an SD chamber?
Oh, no.
Sensory deprivation, the basis for behavioral modification. The effectiveness is in the simplicity.
Can't say too much for your decorator.
You may change your mind about that. The containers hold water and a high-protein food supplement, vanilla flavored. The temperature is a constant 68 degrees and the room's completely soundproof. It's amazing that with all the advances in behavior control, this is the most effective and the most humane.
This is where you retrain runaways?
This is where we begin.
I'm starting to get a little nervous in here.
You may notice that a little bit more acutely after you've been in here a while. Few people experience absolute quiet and total solitude entire lives.
Interesting.
After the initial shock of the solitude, you may doze a lot, and then you lose all sense of time. Men keep track of it by the growth of their beards. Have you read Edgar Allan Poe? Well, he wrote a story about a man who was accidentally locked in a mausoleum, and he became completely disoriented. He imagined that he was dying of thirst, sensed hunger pains, and when they let him out, he'd gone mad. And he'd only been locked up a matter of few hours. You're gonna tell me what you're doing here and who you're working for.
I already told you.
Now, don't try to bluff it out. You can save yourself a lot of discomfort.
If I can just get to a phone, you can call my editor.
Well, since you're a reporter, this will give you a first-person experience in sensory deprivation conditioning. I'll let Cody take care of you. He'll enjoy that.
Chicks don't go out with no ID and no makeup. And they don't fly around with one change of clothes with no labels in it. Are you sure no one saw you leaving with her?
Positive. Nobody knows she's here. We've got all the time we need.
We don't know how much time we have until we find out who she is.
We'll find out.
Put it on. That is no teenager we have in there. We have to have some answers, and we have to have them now.
We'll get him.
All right. We'll try your way for a while. But remember, my way always works.
We have to know who she is and why she's here. After that, we can figure out what to do with her.
You don't talk, mister. Give me the belt.
I can explain.
Crap.
No.
You see, you haven't told the truth since you got here.
Yes, I have.
Yes. But I'll tell you what. You will.
You better tell us everything. He'll make you talk. He gets a kick out of it.
When Lewin came in from Santa Barbara today to identify his son's body, he said the boy was terrified of going back to the foundation. But all he could say is that he was locked up, alone, for long periods.
I know that. I've seen tough cons fall apart in solitaire. It's gonna be heavy for the kid.
Yeah. Hell, we don't even know if Curry saw the kid after he ran away.
Yeah, he's careful. Probably snatches the kids and looks them over for a while before he calls the parents.
Yeah. Okay. You know that Pea-Brain Oaks lied to me? Cody doesn't show under the name he gave me.
Strange. He knows you're gonna run a make on him right away.
Maybe he just doesn't appreciate our problems.
There he is. I'll take the front, you take the back.
Hi there.
I got it, Pete. All right, Bullet. Come on. Come on now. Bring him out. Come on. Come on, buddy. Oh. Hey. All right, hold it. That's terrific. Another 10 minutes, and I'd have been gone.
What, you scared?
You believe it?
Come on, come on.
I'll tell you all I know. Just keep me out of it, okay?
What about Curry?
He's in it for the bucks. Cody, though, he's crazy.
What did they do to the kids?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
They got a room underneath the gym where they keep the violent ones. They were the hard cases. They come out like zombies.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know. I just want it out.
What the hell are you running away from us for? We had nothing on you.
I don't trust cops. Besides, I figured you'd mention me to Cody.
Well, did you check out the shrink that was on the Foundation's help permit?
Yeah? She turns out to be an outside consultant with a mail-order degree in psychology. She's had meetings with Curry, but she's never been to the Foundation, and she's never worked with the kids.
We dropped it someplace.
Well, maybe it's not our move.
Yeah. A maid at the motel found Pepper's room ransacked and reported there's a burglary. Now Pep's not answering her phone.
Our move.
Hello.
Is she there, Bill?
No, she's not here.
That door was forced. It could have been a burglary. Oh, Joe found Pep's car in the parking lot. Locked.
I think we better get over that Foundation.
She's been in there all night. She hasn't said a word. I'll turn the strobe on. Alternate the frequency. It'll keep her from resting.
Hi. I'm lost. Could you call me a cab?
There's a public telephone 2 blocks down the road.
Yeah, I know, but I got no change. And besides, it's a pretty frightening area around. I get a little scared. Come on, be nice. Be a sweetie pie.
What did you say?
Let me use the phone. You know, being big and muscly isn't everything.
Get him over your head. Let's go. Come on, come on. Come on, grab the wall. Let's go. Where is she?
I'll show you.
She's gotta be all right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Pepper, untie her.
Bill.
Pepper, you okay?
Let's get out of there. Come on, let's move.
Here goes. Now, stay hands up.
Are you okay?
The key.
Huh? What do you want?
Key. The key.
Huh?
Key.
What do you want? Huh? You okay?
Yeah.
Couldn't shut him up.
Really, they're still rapping.
Yeah?
Well, we got everything.
That's great. Oh, how is she, Doctor?
The child's all right physically. She's just a little disoriented. We're going to keep her here a few days for observation. Has anyone notified her parents that she's here?
That's all been taken care of, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Thank you.
Gonna be okay, Pam.
Pam, we notified your father. He's on his way over. He's very concerned about you.
My father.
He loves you very much.
You're gonna have to be making some decisions pretty soon.
As soon as I get my head back together, I think I'll be able to hack it with my dad and a lot of other things.
Well, that's good, because I might not be around to bail you out next time.
Yes, I know.
Bye, Pam.
Bill Crowley may not be around to bail you out next time. Okay? Because we get called back here, somebody's gonna go to jail.
Oh, yeah, you just try. And I'll bust your head. You people, what do you want here? You come into our neighborhood, you kill our children, and then you go and take our men to jail.
Now, wait a minute. You got that all wrong. The police didn't shoot anybody.
No!
You just couldn't wait, could you?
He didn't kill Butler!
Rick, did you ever get the feeling that not everyone in the world loves cops?
Yeah. My sister. Every time she gets a ticket, I hear about it constantly for a month. She really gets hot.
Well, Birdbrain, you got one more day left. You can still back out. Now, take it from me. Your old married partner, keep your freedom.
13845, okay, code 7, Anderson and Hope.
Yeah. Hey, Turkey. How about a cup?
Yeah, sounds good. Where to?
Well, we're close. How about that taco stand at Anderson and Hope?
I'll tell you, partner, you're strung out like a goat.
I thought you had a cat.
But he thinks he's a dog.
Well, maybe that's because you called him Spot.
Why don't you change his name?
Do you think I could? No. Do you think I'd get a doggy bag to take home?
Gotcha.
You clown. If you don't leave me alone while I'm working
What?
all...
What? Tell my
Well,
sergeant? Well, thank heavens this will all end tomorrow. Karen, he doesn't hear any of our calls because he's too busy listening to yours. Please, marry the guy so I can have a partner again.
Partner? Will you listen to that? He doesn't need a partner. It's more like a bookkeeper. Just someone to keep the log.
13843, an unknown trouble at the playground. 6th and Boyle. 13843, your call is code 2.
Gotta go.
Go, Hotshot. Go catch a crook.
Mwah. See you later.
Okay.
Oh, hey, listen, officer.
Yes, officer?
What are you doing after work? How about a date? Oh, I hear your cops are lots of fun.
Oh, go on, go on. Hey, you get him off on time. I've got big plans for him tomorrow.
Mwah.
Big plans. Bye-bye.
Let's go.
13843, additional on your call, 6 and Boyle.
Oh.
Now Major 415, 40 to 45 males involved. 13843, your call is now code 3.
¡No queremos a los de Soto aquí!
No, we never had a chance. I can't believe it. I mean, they were just all over us. And Rick, he only took a couple of steps, and then...
Did you get a chance to see the guy who did the shooting?
No, not really. I'm sorry. All I saw was a Mexican. He was maybe 18, 19. He was running, had a gun, and when the other cars started rolling in, why, he split.
Well, look, can you give us a better description of this guy and what kind of gun he was carrying?
The gun was chrome. Looked like might have been a .22 revolver, but I don't know. Everything was happening so fast. I'm really not sure.
When did you first see the guy?
I need a couple of minutes alone. It's just right now.
It's all right.
Hey, yes, we understand. Okay. You
Thank
take
you
care,
very much.
okay?
His parents. Rick's mom and dad. Is anybody with them?
Yeah, they've been told. The chaplain's there now. Karen, we know about your plans. Please try to understand that we have to go over everything with you, what you saw when you arrived, who was where.
You know, his dad has a bad heart. I hope everything... But I think I should get over there. Please, can't we? I mean, can I? Oh, dear God, why? Why, Rick?
Bill, why don't you let me take her home? I promise you I'll get that statement out of her first thing in the morning.
Never take me over to his folks. I want to be with them, please.
Okay, Karen, come on.
Hey, Bill.
What about Gamble? Did you get anything to go on?
No, not much really. He's pretty shaken up over the whole thing. They were partners for a long time and wanted a little time to clear his head. He said that he saw a kid running away with a gun.
Oh?
Yeah.
From the looks of that, it could be a .22.
Bill?
Yeah.
We may have just got lucky.
Did you get a good lift?
Several, including a good palm print.
You know, if he was standing that close, he didn't have to be much of a shot.
Let's get this classified right away. I'll call the watch commander and get an okay. Nobody goes home till we get a make on that print.
Right.
What's going on out there? The place is crawling with police. They're everywhere.
A cop got killed. We had a rumble and someone shot a cop. Gloria, I was right there, right next to the car when he get hit.
Who shot him, Bobby? Not one of the Sotos.
I don't know. It could have been anyone. There were people everywhere. When the cops poured in, I split.
Do they... I mean... Could the cops know you were there?
I don't know. But they surely found out it was my gang.
What about going to the police? I mean, you could tell them what you saw, maybe help them out.
You're crazy. They'd bust my head right off. I know what would happen to me. No, I've just got to stay off the streets for a couple of days. Relax, I didn't shoot nobody.
The gun, Bobby. Why the gun? You never had to use...
We heard some of the flockers were... Forget it. Just do me a favor. Put it somewhere where your nosy mother won't find it.
Gentlemen, good afternoon. For the record, I'm George Buckles. I guess most of you have heard that I've been selected to command this task force. Now, we've been given the job of... I think this is as good a time as any to make a point about being on time at these briefings. Point, everyone, including attractive sergeants, will be on time and not a minute late. Is that understood?
Lieutenant, Sergeant Anderson was just with policewoman Kelly.
Sergeant Crowley, I didn't ask for an explanation, and if I had, I would have asked it of Sergeant Anderson. Now, we've been given the job of investigating, apprehending, and bringing to justice the killer of Officer Butler. And we're going to put a stop to this gang violence.
I heard this guy's a real 8-ball.
The decent population of this city has a right...
Where'd he work before they gave him this assignment?
Management services.
Now, I want to
This
share
is as
with
close
all
to
of
a
you
street job as he's ever been.
That's just great, isn't it?
Chapter 10, verse 9.
We got a dead cop, the ghetto's about to explode, and they
good
send us a
man
guy
has
with
a
no
firm
experience.
Yeah, it looks that way.
But a crook will slip and fall. Now, all of us on this task force will have a firm footing. This force is divided into two parts. The investigative group, headed by Sergeant Crowley, and the uniform patrol group, headed by Sergeant Gates. Will you two gentlemen please stand up? Thank you. Be seated. Now, we'll have uniform inspection before every watch, looking sharp. I want my men looking sharp. Now, I realize that some of you are very involved in undercover work. Stiles, is it?
Yes, sir. Joseph Stiles, investigator.
And next to you?
Royster. Investigator Peter Royster.
You can't tell the cops from the crooks nowadays, and vice versa. Well, on this case, please, while I'm in command, try to look as presentable as possible. I realize that may be difficult, and neatness, at least, please.
This guy's really beautiful. Next to him, Crowley comes off like a Lenny Bruce.
A real leader. He's got all the command presence of a...
Manic depressive.
I've just now been informed that Leighton Prince has identified the killer of Officer Butler. His name is Robert Romero, a.k.a. Bobby Romero. Okay, sergeants, get your men briefed. Inspection here 0600 in the morning. Then we find Romero. Let's do a good job.
So what'd he say? Does he actually think we have a case on Romero?
Pep, he doesn't even know what a case is. I spent 15 minutes arguing with him about how to handle the investigation. You know what he's concerned with? His little inspection.
Romero's fingerprint only puts him at Butler's car. I mean, that makes him a good suspect, sure, but we're a long way from making a case.
Tell me about it. How's Karen? Is she all right?
I'm afraid she's taking it pretty hard. She told me she's thinking of turning in her resignation. Says she wants out. Says it's not a job for a woman. What do I tell her?
Why don't you tell her what my first partner told me? Cops are like shepherds. They're all to keep the wolves from devouring the sheep. And he meant that literally. 2 weeks later, he was killed trying to stop a $5 market holdup. Hey, fellas. Fellas, excuse me. I'm Sergeant Crowley with the police department. This lady over here is Sergeant Anderson.
Fellas?
Something I said?
What do you want?
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Why don't you go hassle the people in Sierra Vista? We don't want you down here. You don't belong here.
We're not here to hassle anyone. We're here because someone killed a police officer.
Hey, that's not our problem. That's yours. So just leave us alone.
Wait a minute. Are you wrong about that? It is your problem. You may not know it now, but it's yours, like it or not.
Just how? One of your cop friends got killed. Man, that's not my problem.
That cop got killed trying to keep the peace in your neighborhood. He wasn't up in Sierra Vista. He was right here, buddy. Right here with you and your mother and your father and your sisters and your brothers. He was protecting them. And, buddy, whether you like it or not, that makes it your problem.
So what is it you want?
We want to question Bobby Romero or anybody else who saw the killing of Officer Butler.
Romero? Bobby?
As soon as we get some more uniformed officers here, we'll spread out and try to locate some witnesses.
I'm not sure these people are going to be so willing to talk to us.
You
unless
people,
we can convince.
what do you want here? You come into our neighborhood, you kill our children, and then you go and take our men to jail.
Now, wait a minute. You got that all wrong. The police didn't shoot anybody. We're just here trying to find out who's doing this and why, that's all.
Listen to him and go home. Give us a chance. Give us some time to find out who's responsible for these killings.
You are. We heard that Reuben was shot by the cops. That you people shot Reuben because he wouldn't tell you where Bobby Romero is.
Reuben was not shot by the police. We were standing right there. Now, if you'll let us and help us, we'll find out who did. Now, go home and let us do our work. Go home.
Okay, Sergeant Crowley, what do we got?
We got a dead 16-year-old boy shot and killed. 2 shots. One almost hit Pepper.
Where's the body? I want to examine the body.
We released the body to the coroner.
Who gave you permission to release the body? Look, in case you don't understand, I'm in charge of this investigation, and I give all the orders. Do you understand?
I understand that we got a dead policeman on our hands. Now we got a dead 16-year-old boy on our hands. I also understand that these people in this project are going to tear it to pieces if we don't come up with some answers, and soon.
Sergeant Crowley, I know that you're under pressure. We're all under pressure. But a wise man controls his temper. He knows that anger causes mistakes. It's Proverbs 14, verse 29. Now, what have you done about Romero? Where is he? I told you to pick him up. Sergeant Gates, where were your patrolmen? Their presence here could have prevented this shooting. I told you I wanted this area heavily patrolled until Romero's been captured.
The inspection. You held back 6 men after the inspection, Lieutenant. You said they were not presentable enough.
Sergeant, I want those men on the street and on time. Now, according to what I've been told, Romero's gang is hiding him. So let's start by picking them up.
Lieutenant, only a simpleton believes what he is told. A prudent man checks to see where he's going. Proverbs 14, verse 15.
Where you been? What took you so long?
I had to wait till my mother left for work.
What's the matter?
Bobby, someone shot Reuben. He was killed while talking to the police.
Who killed him? The cops? The cops do it?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, some lady cop was almost hit. Bobby, they've been to your house. They've talked to your mother. They think you shot the cop. You gotta go to them. Explain it before it's too late.
You're crazy. You think they're going to believe me? A cop was killed. And someone is going to get busted behind it. I had a feeling they'd come looking for me.
Oh, Bobby, please. I'll find someone who believes in you. Please.
There's some things I want you to do. First, tell my mom I'll be all right, not to worry. Then, when does your mother get home?
Why?
I need to pick up the gun.
Oh.
Today.
Gun, Bobby, you don't need that. It'll only cause more trouble.
Look, I've got to split for a few days. I've got a cousin in Bakersfield. I'll go there. I'll be safe. Now, the cops. Have they been to your place, talked to your mom?
No, but they're everywhere, asking everyone about you.
I've got to find me a car.
Oh, good afternoon, ma'am. We're with the police department. We'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Oh, the police. Come in. Come in. I'm always glad to see the police, especially in this neighborhood.
We're here because...
Oh, I know why you're here. It's because of those kids fighting and that poor officer who got killed, right?
Right. We'd appreciate it, ma'am, if you could give us some help. Did you see anything? Anything at all?
Oh, I saw everything. Right here from this window. Now, those kids, they were just fighting. And then the police, they came. And the officer got out of the car. And then somebody shot him. Oh, he was so young. Don't know what the world is coming to. People have no respect for the police.
Ma'am, did you see who shot him? Was it one of the kids?
No. I couldn't see. Just that he was shot. And then more police came.
And now, did anyone else that you know of see what happened out there?
I think so. Now, there was a man over there watching between those two houses. Lord knows he saw it. He must have.
This man, what do you look like?
Like you.
Like me?
Caucasian, like you, white man. 'Cause my eyes aren't as good as they used to be, but I'd say he wasn't nearly as handsome.
Is there anything else you can recall? Like, for instance, what he was wearing, anything like that?
He was carrying something. A cane. He was carrying a cane.
Gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm Lieutenant Buckles, Task Force Commander. As you all know, one of our officers was slain in a valiant attempt to stop a major gang fight. Early this morning, there was another killing, a young gang member. I want to inform you that through exhaustive ballistic tests and other investigative leads, we have determined that Officer Butler and the latest victim both were shot with the same gun.
How you
Our
doing?
primary suspect has been
I think
tentatively
so.
identified as Robert Romero.
Tom's been just great.
He's been
Well, I'm not
described as a
doing too
male
great.
Mexican,
She's gonna
18 years
resign
of
at the end of
age,
this deployment
5'7", 140 pounds,
resign.
dark brown hair and
Well, I
green
guess
eyes.
I was just never really
He
prepared for
frequents
this
the
kind
area
of
of
job.
6th and Boyle and is leader of a gang
Is
known
Dad?
as the Sotos. Romero
All
should
my
be
training
considered
and
extremely dangerous,
experience
and our information is that he's armed with
hasn't
a
been
22
able to help
caliber
deal
revolver.
with this stuff.
We're asking the public, that is, anyone that has information that
Oh,
would
she's
enable
really
us to
serious,
locate
Pepper.
his whereabouts,
Yeah,
to contact the nearest police department.
I got something you might want to check on. Romero's got a girlfriend. Her name's Gloria. They're very close. She lives at 132 or it could be 134 Clark. An old brown and white house.
I'm having
over there and
photographs
talk
of
to
Romero
Right.
circulated to you members of the news media. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm Sergeant Anderson. I'd like to talk to you. May I come in?
Thank you.
What is it?
We're told you and Bobby Romero are friends.
I know Bobby. What do you want here?
We're trying to locate him, ask him some questions.
What you mean is you want to lock him up for murder, right?
No, that's not right. Now, I'm going to level with you. Bobby is a suspect. But just that, someone we want to question. That's it.
Bobby didn't kill no cop.
That's why we want to talk to him. We want to hear what he has to say. Now, Bobby was there. He saw what happened. Gloria, this officer was a young man, not much older than Bobby. He had his whole life to look forward to. And he was going to marry this girl today. Now he's dead.
I'm sorry for the cop and the girl. Please leave now.
Why do you keep looking at that door?
I can't help you. Please leave. Oh, please!
Hi, Bobby. What can I do for you? Cigarette?
To the cash register and hurry. Andale.
Bobby, you're not serious. Think about what you're doing.
Put the money in the paper sack. Andale, yo me tengo que ir.
Cálmate. Cálmate. I get it.
Put a bottle in there, too. Some good stuff.
Tio, how much did he actually get away with?
Not much, Sergeant. $65, $70. This people buy a lot on credit. Settle up once a month.
You sure it was Romero, though, huh? There's no doubt it could have been somebody else.
Sergeant, I've known that kid all his life. Know his mom and dad. It was Bobby. And I'm sorry about it. Believe me.
What about...
Here it is. Looks like a 22, just like the other.
Well, at least we know this one came from a revolver. Mr. Portillo, you said you've had this store for what, 22 years?
23 years next month.
Well, I guess you know this community as well as anyone. What are the chances of an outsider moving around in this area unnoticed?
About the same as your partner walking across the street without everyone in the barrio knowing. This is a closed community and not much chance of getting out.
I just got the report. Romero again?
Well, Lieutenant, I don't know about the again part. The owner here has identified Romero as the 211 suspect.
I understand there were shots fired, correct?
One. We just dug out the slug. We think it's a 22.
I thought so. You're hard to convince, Sergeant, but you're learning.
Lieutenant, I'll be convinced when and not until we get the ballistics report back on this particular slug.
Sergeant Crowley, this case is all but wrapped up. What I want from you and your people is a team effort to locate Romero. Frankly, I've detected a slight reluctance on your part to get with the team program, but Sergeant, you will get with the program, understand?
Let's book that slug and finish our reports and get something to eat. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Portillo, thank you very much. We'll be in touch with you.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Oh, hi, Pete. Hi, Joe.
Is everything all right, madame?
Everything but the service.
Really?
All right, hey, William.
Have you eaten yet?
I held out. How come we're not at Vinny's? Did you get busted again?
Oh, Bill's afraid old Section 8's gonna walk in and hold an off-duty inspection.
Not a chance. He's holding his second press conference already.
You see him all decked out in his monkey suit.
We did.
I got 3 years to go to retire. I guarantee you, if I had to work with that clown, I couldn't make it.
You better. The word I get is he's about to make captain.
When we left this afternoon, there was a ballistics rush. What happened with the slug?
Pepper and I talked to an old lady. She said she saw a man, a Patty, standing between 2 buildings when Butler got shot.
But what does that have to do with anything?
She said the man was holding something. She thought it looked like a cane, but she's old, bad eyes. It could have been a man holding a rifle.
A rifle?
Sure, why not? The ballistics tests are unable to determine if the first 2 slugs were fired from a revolver or a rifle.
But who and why? It all points to Romero.
I don't know. We'll know more when we get those test results back this afternoon.
Hi.
Hey, Karen, where you been?
Oh, well, I just dropped my partner off at court, and I went across to homicide to read the reports of the shooting.
Well, I've been looking for you. There's been a gal that's been calling for the past couple of hours, wants to talk to you.
Oh?
About Bobby Romero.
Romero?
Yeah, here's the number.
Hello? Hello. This is Officer Kelly returning your call. Can I help you? I'm, Bobby Romero's friend. I'm worried about him, and, I think you're the only one in the police department I can talk to. You don't want to talk to me. You want to talk to the investigators. No, I can't. I want to talk to you. I think you'd understand. Okay, when and where do you want to meet? Right away. We can't lose any time. I don't have a car. But we can't meet here. Can you meet me on, Commercial Street, right in front of the soap company? It'll take me 15 minutes to get there. I'll be there. Okay. I'm Gloria, Bobby's girlfriend.
What do you want to tell me?
I'm sorry about the wedding. I know what you must be going through. Please believe me, Bobby didn't do it.
Gloria, when I called you, I had just finished reading a report of the investigation. Now, an eyewitness saw a Caucasian, a Patty, near the shooting. Now, I don't know of many Patties coming into the projects.
Not many. It's mostly blacks and Chicanos.
Well, have there been any gangs? I mean, outside gangs, white gangs, never come into the projects?
Never. We never have that kind of trouble. Mostly the guys war between themselves.
Gloria, now please think. What about outsiders? That Patty maybe works in the projects. Think, Gloria, this could be very important.
Patty. Follett. He used to work with the gangs.
Doing what? Who did he work for?
I don't know that much about him. I think he was called a gang social worker.
What happened to him?
I don't know. I guess he quit. I haven't seen him around. Bobby didn't like him much.
Gloria, about Bobby. Bobby's got to come in and give himself up. Now, the report said he robbed a grocery store. He has a gun.
He's scared and he wants to get away. That's why he took the money, because he's scared.
Where? Where can we talk to him?
He's going to Bakersfield today. I'm supposed to meet him near the projects.
Will you take me there? I can help him if we can just get him to stop running.
All right, I'll take you there.
Good girl. Hey, looks like the rain let up. All units in 13847. Your vehicle is assigned stolen.
What does that mean? Oh, the police are chasing someone in a stolen car.
All units, 13847 reports they're still southbound on Soto. They believe their suspect is wanted for 187 PC on a police officer. Suspect's name is Robert Romero.
It's all right.
What do you guys got going back there? Poker game?
Hey, look, these things take time. This slug is in pretty bad shape. Flattened on impact.
Oh, really?
Slippage. Your slug has slippage marks.
Which means what?
Probably fired from a revolver. You only have slippage on a revolver.
Jim, I know it was fired from a revolver. I got 2 eyeball witnesses. What I need to know is, were all 3 slugs fired from the same gun?
No.
Are you sure about that?
That's why it took us so long to check it out. And we're sure they were fired from 2 different guns.
One more question. Could the first 2 slugs have been fired from a rifle?
Yes, possible. Even probable. As you can see, there's no slippage on either side of the first 2 slugs. Like I said before, you only have slippage on a revolver.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Bill, it's Bobby Romero.
What about it?
Buckles and his guys have him pinned down. Old building, Clarence Street.
Where are they?
First. We've got to hurry.
The bullets don't match.
Oh.
Robert Romero, this is Lieutenant Buckles with the police. I'm giving you 5 minutes to come out. Follow my instructions. First, I want you to throw out the gun. Then come out with your hands over your head. You've got 5 minutes.
Lieutenant! I may have developed information that could clear Romero.
Officer, would you stay out of my way? I'm trying to get the suspect out of this building.
Please let me go in and talk to Bobby. I know he'll come out, I promise.
Get this civilian out of here now before she gets hurt.
Lieutenant, please let her try to talk him out. We've got nothing to lose. He can't get out.
Officer, perhaps you don't understand. I've instructed you to get the civilian out of here. Give me the tear gas. His time's up. Stop her before she gets hurt!
It's okay, I'll take her.
What's going on, officer? Why all the police?
Just keep back out of the way. We got a man cornered. We held up a mark.
I don't want to get in the way. I'm sorry.
It's going to be all right. Come with me. Come on.
Come on out, Romero. Your time's up.
Stay with me. Just stay here. You stay here. Oh, dear God! Please help him! Gloria, stay back here. Back. Please! Don't worry. It's going to be all right. Don't let them hurt you. All right. No, Bobby! Please, no!
could you? Damn it, you just couldn't wait.
He didn't kill Butler! Oh.
No way. Hey, come on, son. Any news on Romero?
Yeah, he's still unconscious, but the doctors feel the surgery was successful, but it'll take time to know for sure.
Good. Now, did you check out this social worker Karen told you about, Follett?
Yeah, Follett looks good. Motive, attitude, everything is right.
We just played this. I want you two guys to listen to it.
What is it?
Communications recording of the telephone call.
What call was that?
That was the call that was made to the police. The one that was assigned to Butler's unit just before he was shot.
Here, listen to this.
Police department, may I help you?
Yes, I want to report some trouble at the playground located at 6th and Boyle.
What kind of trouble?
If you'll dispatch a unit, you'll see.
So obviously it wasn't a resident of the barrio.
It sure doesn't sound like it.
Sounds more like somebody set up an ambush. The tape on the second call to the police was from a Spanish woman with an accent. We interviewed her. She's legit.
What about Follett? Now, what did you find out about him?
It's all beginning to come together. He was a social worker assigned to work with the gangs in the projects.
Was a gang social worker. What's he doing now?
He got busted for furnishing weed to a minor. The minor was a member of Romero's gang. It was Ruben Rojas.
Talking about a coincidence.
Wait till you hear how the bus went down.
Ruben Rojas was busted by a black and white key of grass. He rolled over on his social worker, Follett, as the person who sold it to him. Follett was busted, fired, and did a year at Chino.
Did you check for a last known address on Follett?
Moved, hasn't been seen there for 4 months. They did a psychological study on him at Chino. Very interesting. Extreme hostility to the police who busted him. I'll bet he's trying to stir up a gang war that'll wipe them all out for vengeance. So, that could be Follett or somebody who's working with him.
Bill.
Hey, Jim.
Section 8 Buckles is trying to locate you.
Well, no wonder he can't find me. I'm in my office. What does he want?
Well, somebody just shot up a police car in the projects, and Super Cop thinks Romero's gang is retaliating.
Did they get a radio call to the projects, or were they just cruising around there?
Yeah, 415 juvenile call. Why?
I'd sure love to. Jim, come here, man. Come on in. Come on in. Close the door, will you? Will you do me a big favor? I mean, a really big favor.
Yeah, sure.
Will you keep your cars out of the projects for the rest of the day and keep Lieutenant Gangbusters in his office?
Well, yeah, I guess so, but who'll answer the calls?
We will. I'll talk to communications. We'll be 13X45.
Sounds like a conspiracy to keep battling Buckles out of the way.
How about it? Can you swing it?
Yeah, sure, why not? What else can they do to me? I'm already in uniform and working for a psycho.
Thanks, Jim.
We're going to put Buckles in bibs yet.
Leave it open. Leave it open. Now, which one of you guys thinks he can fit into his old uniform? So what do you think Follett would give marijuana to Romero's gang?
Oh, well, that's covered in his file. Psychiatrist said Follett had identity problems, that he actually wanted to belong to the gang, sort of be one of the boys. Can you believe it?
13X45, 13 X-ray 45, see the woman, a 39415, 508 South Garden Street.
13X45, roger.
See the woman.
Why don't you do something with yourself?
After you.
You've seen Reed and Malloy do this 100 times. Just follow the script, huh?
Roger.
Don't you raise your hand at me. I'm sick of you. Sick and tired of you. Who is it?
Police officer.
Well, what took you so long? Get this drunk out of my house. In his standing, he don't do nothing. He don't do nothing.
Just put it down, okay? Come on now, you're liable to break something. Let's go.
Put him in jail.
Well, we don't want to have to do that. What's your problem?
My problem? She's the problem. Look at her.
Yeah.
She gonna kill me one of these
right.
days. I've been hit with everything you can imagine.
I'll bust your head. You won't take no job. All he wants to do is sit around and look at soap operas.
Easy.
He won't work. Just soap operas.
Okay, let him watch them.
Just cool it, will you? Somebody will get killed here. Now, I got a suggestion to make. Why don't one of you just leave for a while? Take a little time to cool off, okay?
Leave? You crazy. This is my house.
Well, then why doesn't he leave?
Yeah, I got friends. I got a couple of friends.
There you go.
Hey, you get out of here. Both of you. I ain't call you here to break up my marriage. I'll take care of you, baby. Everything's gonna be fine. Come on.
Okay.
Come on. Come on. I'll take care of you, baby. Come on.
We don't want to get any more calls to come back here, so you two keep it down, okay? Because we get called back here, somebody's going to go to jail.
Oh, yeah, you just try. And I'll bust your head.
Now, aren't you glad you never had to put any time in on patrol?
If I had, I'd be able to handle you men better.
You'd do all right.
All units in the vicinity in 13X45, 13 X-ray 45, a 415 juvenile group in the alley, 6th and Herbert. 13X45, code 2.
13X45, roger. 12Y52, did you receive that last message?
12Y52, roger. Could be it. Watch your backs.
Are you ready?
I don't know. Are you ever ready? Doesn't look like any trouble up there. Unless that's a setup.
Throw it over here quick.
Thanks,
Hey, Bill. Nothing so far. Everything looks quiet.
Roger. Listen, we're going to ask these kids a few questions. Just watch our backs.
Take a look.
Get down.
Front of you, right to the right, behind the fence.
Bill! Get back! Get behind him!
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah. No, you're right. He's behind the fence. Stars, go around to the front of the house. I'm going to send Pepper around, too. Foster, you cover the alley.
Roger.
Drop it, or you're a dead man!
I gotta tell you, bad as you look in that uniform, you're still one hell of a shot.
I can't wait to get into my Levi's.
Neither can I.
And so, in recapping the success of this task force, I want to give credit to the whole unit. Under my command, they arrested the perpetrator, the killer of a police officer.
I think I may throw up.
For lack of a better word,
The
we could call
department
this
will find
concept
out about
team
Buckles
policing,
one of
where
these
the
days.
uniformed patrol officers and the investigators
count
work
on it.
together as a team.
I hear now he's number one on the captain's list.
Good. That'll put him behind a desk. Keep him
The
off the
department is
streets.
very interested in this new concept, and hopefully in the near future, as a captain, the department will allow me to command a division wherein we use the team concept.
They told me I'd find you here.
Are there any
I just wanted to
questions
tell
so
you
far?
that I'm not going to resign.
Feel free to ask me now or
That's
call me in my
sensational, Karen.
That's really good
We
news,
were
Karen.
hoping you'd change your mind.
Well, when I got involved with Gloria and saw what was happening to Romero, I realized that I could still be a useful police officer, so I'm going to stay.
Gloria called a little while ago from the hospital. She wanted to let us know that Bobby's going to pull through.
He's being represented by the public defender's office.
I'm so
And
glad.
there is no date set at this time.
She said you could work your radio car in her neighborhood any day.
Well, I guess that's about it.
I got to get to work. See ya.
See you, Karen.
Hey, I love you both.
Covering the hospital ward of the county jail and will be charged with 1 count of assault with intent to commit murder and 1 count of robbery. And that, gentlemen, just about...
Let's get out of here.
Hey, what are you going to do to me? Hey, man, you pulled a knife on us.
Let us meet your people, and we'll do a lot of business.
What is this?
We're setting it up as a pawn shop and stocking it with all the unclaimed stolen goods we can find.
About $100 for this set.
The going rate is 50. You know it, and I know it.
Oh, you look like you've had a rough day. 5 minutes in the jacuzzi and you'll feel like a new man.
Good evening, Miss Lambert.
I think she was hoping it was you who parked the car. Hey, guys, take over. We want to take a break.
Hey, gang, don't forget all these eats. I mean, real Iranian caviar. Cynthia. Oh, Cynthia. Oh, honey, I'm so glad to see you.
Well, I answered your invitation, Prudence. If I said I was going to be here, I'm certainly going.
Yeah, but you would be amazed that nobody has your good manners. I mean, you'd be surprised the number of people who didn't show up here.
Miss Clark, I'm afraid we're running low on champagne.
Well, that's impossible. I mean, we've got less than half the people that we expected.
It was my error. I'll pick up 2 more cases.
It better not be on the bill.
You gotta watch these people. They work every ripoff in the book. Well, Mr. Ellis is supposed to be very good. The best.
And his prices he better be. Come and have a little drink, honey. Help me drown my sorrows.
No, a little sherry.
Sherry?
I'm gonna be stuck with 8 pounds of Iranian caviar. Do you know how much that is in 12-carat diamonds?
I couldn't say, never having seen 8 pounds of caviar or a 12-carat diamond.
Don't snow me, honey. Now, the way I hear it, your old man made big spending a high art. Now, he already owned most of Lambert Hills when I was starting in pictures. Base to Patrol Unit 1.
Patrol 1, over.
Have a barking dog complaint, Beckerman House. Check it out.
I'm on my way.
You guys take a break. You got 15 minutes, okay?
16 houses, Bill. 16 past year.
Why don't you talk to the guys in burglary? You know those guys. You worked burglary when you were on the force.
Yet they're no better off than I am. I mean, this gang hits hard and it hits fast. They know when the people are out of town. They know when they're out for the evening. They only take the best stuff.
What are you doing here? Thought you took off this morning.
Tomorrow. This cop has some paperwork to clean up. The last thing I need is to have Bill come by with any old excuse to keep me from going to that seminar in San Francisco.
They're into my clients for over $1 million. Bill, I need help. I happen to like my job. Like to keep it.
Beats working out of South Central, huh? Chuck, listen, why don't you go home? Let me call you later tonight. I just might have an idea.
Yeah.
Well, Sergeant Anderson. Just the beautiful police person I was looking for.
Forget it, Bill. There is my beautiful hotel reservation. Here is my gorgeous airline ticket.
Are you suggesting that I am trying to come between you and San Francisco?
Like Fresno, Crowley.
Yes, of course. That'll be fine. Thank you very much. I've got everything arranged. You're going to spend 48 hours in Madrid. You'll have a private tour of the Prado and a visit to the Cathedral del Isidro.
Terrific. Me in a cathedral.
Oh, and a box at the bullfights.
I did a picture in Spain in '65. And those bullfighters should stick to bulls.
All right, Prudence, what is it? What's wrong?
Nothing. Everything's great. My agent called and they're casting a couple of pictures with stars who look like stars again. So, now what's your commission on the whole schmear?
That has nothing to do with anything.
Oh, come on, honey. You went to a lot of trouble.
Put your checkbook away.
Look, Cynthia, I've got to square myself. Now, I don't have too many friends, and I can't afford to hurt you.
Well, you will hurt me far more by writing that check. Now, what about the symphony? I can still book you for a season subscription.
Prudence Clark, the brunette bombshell. Honey, you are thinking of Audrey Hepburn.
Well, some of the oldest, most respected families in town subscribe to the Philharmonic.
Can't they sleep at home?
Oh, Prudence. The Philharmonic is a marvelous place to get to know the right people. Make new friends.
Do they have a bar? Just a little place where I can get a glass of champagne. In between symphonies, of course.
2 bars.
Hello? Oh, hi, Cynthia. Yeah, the party is still set for Thursday night, Lampert Hills.
Prudence Clark, 2634 Woodbine Lane.
Prudence Clark. That's interesting.
Our hostess of last Saturday night, the Lush.
Hey, darling, what about these fishing reels?
We're running here, pawn shop or a sporting goods store.
We'll take them. Any cameras left?
No, I took them all, Patty.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
This is Sergeant Anderson, Investigator Royster. This is George Crossland from People's Western Insurance.
I'm Stout.
Stout.
Here's Adrian.
Pete here rented a store on the west side on Brentshire. We're setting it up as a pawn shop and stocking it with all the unclaimed stolen goods we can find.
What are you doing, Sergeant? Moonlighting?
Yeah, well, we expect to lose money, as a matter of fact. See, we're going to pay top dollar to every thief in town for every piece of stolen goods he brings in.
Yeah, it's not exactly Fisherman's Wharf, but we're going to meet a lot of interesting crooks.
Well, I hope your department's budget can stand it.
That would be nice. See, you're going to get People's Western and all the other top casualty firms to back us up.
Hey, wait a minute, Sergeant. You know, dealing in stolen goods is not exactly our line.
Isn't it? Don't you try to buy back insured items at a fraction of what you are supposed to pay out?
We're going to pay 1/3 replacement value. That way you people still save 2/3 of your costs.
This is crazy. But the economics are still there.
Yeah, I thought you'd think so. We put you down for 20%.
Who's coming up with the other 80%? Oh, I gather you expect me to deliver the rest of the companies in this area.
You talk their language.
Listen, think about it. Get back to us as soon as you can, will you? And incidentally, if anybody asks, be sure we're on your negative list.
Real no-nos.
Look, if you people ever decide to change your occupation, let me know.
Will do.
Bill, this, Lauren Davis, what if somebody checks with Paris?
We're covered. Interpol's got her under wraps.
What kind of wraps?
How about the Bastille?
That's a wrap.
A lot to remember for a lousy $50.
Asa, for $50, I expect the word to be spread all over town, especially the west side. Now remember, the lady's name is Lauren Davis.
Wow. She's here from Paris. Terrific connections. She used to ship to New York. She wants to deal in real high-class goods. For Japan. Paintings, antiques, bibelots, sculpture.
Asa, wait a minute. What's a biblo?
Bibelots. You like that? It's a personal touch of my own.
Just keep it simple, Asa, okay? Now, look, the lady works out of a pawn shop on Brentshire. You got that? It's Brentshire.
Brentshire.
I want it passed around fast, okay?
Right. Crowley, for the same 50, you can still have the biblos.
I can't pay you $1 more. When can you ship it to New York?
Paul, you're undercutting the price you paid for our last shipment.
It's a new deal. The police are circulating stolen goods reports all over the East. I have to protect myself.
We've been good to you, Ross.
Shut up. I won't have you begging from him.
Don't put on airs with me, young lady. We're both thieves.
Ellis, I want you to get everything out of here immediately.
Going out of business, Cynthia?
Going out of doing business with you? Yes, Paul. Goodbye.
Well, if you change your mind.
I shan't.
How do you read me, Peter?
I read you loud and clear, Joseph. But business is slow.
Hi. See anything you want?
Can I see this?
What, this right here? You know something? You have very good taste. This is marked down from $250 to $149.50. It's a lot of money.
Yes, I know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi. I got this here terrific stereo for sale, just for you.
Really, I listened to it this morning and the sound is just beautiful. Perfect.
I was supposed to get a check, you know, but the mail's all screwed up.
Joe, stand by.
Aren't they always?
Got you.
But this here's a good set. It's, you want to know how much I paid for it?
Yeah, I know exactly how much you paid for it.
He meant it split, huh?
What's wrong? We didn't do anything wrong.
Relax. I'm hip. You boosted it. You want to fence it.
Oh, man.
We can usually get about $100 for this set.
The going rate is 50. You know it, and I know it.
You can't kill a guy for trying.
Here's 50 for the stereo and 25 for passing the word we're looking for top quality antiques and paintings.
I don't want the word being passed in the wrong places.
What do you think, we're crazy?
I think you're hypes and can't be trusted. Adios.
Well, at least it's a beginning.
Right about now, Joe should be getting the license.
It was nice of him to leave the lights on. It's not gonna stop us from doing our work.
Get going.
What is this?
She's out cold. Let's get out of here. Shut up! Let me go! We've lost 90 seconds. Now get what we came for.
Hi, miss.
Hi.
Hi.
What's your name? I forgot to ask you last time.
Donnie.
Don't he? I like that.
What's yours?
Lauren. What's this? Where'd it come from? Want to sell it, right? Okay. $15.
Put it on the necklace, please.
Layaway? Okay, pal.
Hi there.
Hello?
The word on the street is that you're doing business.
Where'd you hear that?
Like I said, on the street. It's around. But you know, one thing that isn't out on the street is you.
What's that supposed to mean?
What it means is the way you look. You know, they told me you were a blonde, but they didn't give you any credit.
Maybe that's because we only deal in cash. Ha!
Ha!
Look, if you're here to talk business,
There's business, and there's business.
You feeling a little romantic, mister?
I was just starting to tell a lady that, and there's a business transaction you might be interested in.
What kind of business?
You got a back door?
When we need it.
Well, would you need it for 5 color TV sets still in their curtains?
I'll see you in the alley.
Okay.
Business is picking up.
I'm not so sure.
That's it.
Here you go, Tommy. 5 bills.
It's a pleasure doing business with you. And maybe we can help each other sometime.
I've got some heavy buyers interested in moving antiques, paintings, you know, the expensive junk.
Hey, lady, I'm into hijacking and warehouse jobs. I wouldn't know one antique from a piece of junk.
Oh, you got friends, don't you?
Doesn't everyone? I'll see you. And especially you. I'm looking forward to seeing you again.
We'll be in touch.
I think you got yourself a fan.
It's a pawn shop, isn't it?
Did you give Joe a call?
He got a message from Bill. Crooks working Lambert Hills hit again last night.
This is exquisite. Han Dynasty. And that tart used it for flowers. This Matisse was in the house when we lived there. I remember my father buying it.
Miss Lambert, the rest of us think we should lay low for a while.
I don't. This wasn't on my list.
It's solid gold.
Get rid of it. I don't know, drop it in an ocean somewhere, but get rid of it. It's engraved with her name. Do you understand, Bobby?
Nothing settled.
Look, I'll manage to dispose of the merchandise somehow. I've put a lot of money into each of your pockets. Remember that.
So then the wife says, we got the money now. Now we can live in Lambert Hills. She lays out almost $100 grand on a lot of them, antiques and things. And then these lousy bums rip me off.
Yeah, I read the police report, Mr. Bischoff. I just thought maybe there might be something you could add.
What else can I tell you? The wife suddenly got the idea the best people are in Acapulco. Acapulco? You know what that means to me? There's Ochimilco Quick Step. But that ain't bad enough.
Excuse me. You were out of the country the night you were burglarized?
Yeah, we were in bed down in sunny Mexico. You know what this lousy little trip cost me? 35 G's. 35 G's!
So the Bischoffs were in Acapulco. Prudence Clark was supposed to be at the Philharmonic. The Lavens were at the Dodger Stadium. And the Mongados were in Europe.
Something for me to check out, huh?
Might keep you off the streets.
This is a hell of a way to look when a handsome dude comes calling.
I think you look terrific, Miss Clark. I might as well tell you straight out, I'm a big fan.
Cut it out, Sergeant.
No, I mean it. I don't think you've changed since the days of Waterfront Girl.
I didn't think anybody ever saw Waterfront Girl.
I think I've seen every picture you ever made.
Thank you.
How about it? You feel like answering a few questions?
It only hurts when I breathe.
It's a nasty-looking bruise you got there. I understand you were supposed to have been at the Philharmonic last night.
Yeah. But I changed my mind at the last minute. I called my escort and told him not to bother to come by.
Could I have his name?
Well, why do you have to drag him into this? He has nothing to do with it.
I'd like to have his name, Miss Clark.
Well, Sergeant, to tell you the truth, there wasn't any escort. You see, most of the guys that I know are not really into all that long-haired stuff. And the guys that are interested in it, well, they are either after my name or I have to burp them.
Well, there must have been a few people who knew you were going to the symphony, right?
Oh, sure. My hairdresser, manicurist, at least 3 dress shops.
Okay, I get the picture. When you're feeling better, Miss Clark, why don't you try to remember all the names of the people you might have talked to? Give me a call, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you can think of something you forgot to tell the men from the burglary detail.
Well, there was something about the guy that hit me.
You said you didn't recognize him. He was wearing a mask.
Listen, I've been an actress for 15 years. Back when you didn't have to look like a freak to get a job.
Yeah, I hear glamour's coming back.
I knew I was gonna like you, Sergeant.
Anyway.
Well, when you're an actress, you have to study people. You have to see how they move and how they carry themselves.
You had a chance for all this last night?
Well, I had about a second and a half before he dropped the Empire State Building on me. But there was something that rang a bell.
Miss Clark?
Too many birds. Using the inside of my head as a landing field.
Yeah, well, listen, if you think of anything, here's my card.
Don't call me, I'll call you. And if you're ever in this Tony neighborhood again, why don't you drop by? I make a terrific cup of instant coffee.
What are you doing?
What are you doing, friend?
Just give me back my bracelet.
Might burn your fingers.
Now listen, if I don't meet your people, we go to the cops.
Give me that bracelet.
You don't want to use that on me, friend. I told you it was going to burn your fingers.
Hey, what are you going to do to me?
Hey, man, you pulled a knife on us. I don't like that. But maybe the cops will. Now, if memory serves me correctly, I believe that's assault with a deadly weapon.
All right, I blew my cool. Look, I wasn't going to hurt anybody. I swear. Look, I'll do anything. Please.
That's an expensive bracelet. Where'd you get it?
I found it. It was lying in the street.
We're looking for expensive items like that. You think you could find any more of those on the same street?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, come on, man. You already got one out. Don't blow the whole ball game.
I don't know what you mean.
What I mean is that every pawn shop in town has a police list of every item stolen, including this bracelet.
You're gonna have a lot of trouble moving this stuff. Now, we're well connected and we can move merchandise fast. Let us meet your people and we'll do a lot of business.
I can't tell you that.
Can you tell us how you happened to pick this particular shop?
Word gets around.
Who sent you?
Look, a friend of a friend.
Name?
Asa Price.
Asa Price? No way, man. He's a middleman. As the lady said, it's your people we want you to introduce us to.
I told you, I can't tell you that.
Here's your wallet. Bert, what's the number of that West Side police station?
Oh, wait. All right. I'll go see him. I'll talk to him.
Good. Catch.
No pro would ever try to hawk this thing.
Then we're lucky. That means we've got a rookie trying to break into the big leagues.
You know what I could do? I could put the surveillance team on this urban character.
I'd rather not, Bill, just in case the kid does call. This is as close as anyone's come since they went into action.
Have you noticed how we're starting to get a pattern? Almost everybody who's been burglarized has been what you'd call a newly rich. People who've lived in the Lambert Hills area for like 3 years or less. Have you noticed that?
If the gang does call, I might have to borrow a Nisi officer. Yeah, Joe?
Hey, Bill?
Yeah?
Got an urgent message for you. Lady just phoned, said she wants to see you.
She's not again. I just left her 2 hours ago.
Well, she says she's got some new information for you, wants to see you tonight.
Thanks.
She's about as subtle as her last picture. You know, the one about the elephant stampede?
Idiot! You greedy fool! I told you to throw that bracelet away.
I'm sorry, Cynthia. I guess if it weren't for you, I'd be nowhere.
What about these people?
I don't know. They seemed anxious to make a deal.
Might be worth looking into.
But we don't know anything about them.
Maybe you can find out.
Yes, I can phone Paris.
Over here, Sergeant. Oh, you look like you've had a rough day. 5 minutes in the jacuzzi and you'll feel like a new man. And a glass of champagne won't hurt either.
Yeah, I think I'll skip the drink, thanks. Look, I was told you have some information for me, Miss Clark.
Hey, with you, it's Prue. And you're right. This isn't the right place for a drink. Hand me my towel, will you? No peeking. Let's go up to the house. I have got a dress I want to show you.
I didn't come up here to look at a dress.
Honey, I'm just lousy with clothes. I mean, I have no dress sense at all. And I really want to look chic, and you are a man of such taste.
Prudence, I'm on duty. I'm very busy. Now, you can't call me every time you need company.
Billy, I know you're on duty, but this is important. You're taking me to a party next week.
A party?
Yes. Tuesday night. And remember, when we get there, I'm the gal who brought you.
Prudence, you are a very nice lady.
Oh, I know that very nice lady stuff.
Do you know how many burglaries there have been in Lambert Hills? I mean, you're not the only one who's been ripped off. Do you have any idea how many people I got to talk to, how many people I got to interview?
Yeah, but how many of those people have seen those guys? How many can identify them?
I don't know. You tell me.
Only one, me.
Sure you can. That's what you keep teasing me. Look, I got a job, and that doesn't mean that I can run up here every time you can't find somebody to...
To what? Oh, you better watch it, honey.
Prudence, I think you are one hell of a dame. I mean that. I think you're a hell of a dame. I think you're 20 miles ahead of all those people you run with. But I'm a cop, and right now, I got a case that's killing me. I just don't have time to go to some dumb party with a bunch of dumb people that I don't want no dumb part of.
Well, that's just too bad. Because you can go right back and tell that boss of yours that you were so busy protecting that lily-white body that you missed the chance to see the guy who slugged me.
Prudence, did you remember something? I mean, have you got a name for me?
Now all of a sudden you're interested.
Sure, I'm interested. Look, I blow off. I'm sorry. I blow off steam. I'm a direct guy. Say what I think. Let's start over. You got some information for me?
Yes.
You want to lay it on me, please?
Look, I've seen him before. He was at my house the night of the party.
The guy who slugged you?
Yeah, but don't ask me who the people were who were here, because half of them I've never seen before. But they'll all be there next week.
At this party?
At this party.
Okay, you just got yourself a date. Now, you want to go in the house? I'll take a look at that dress.
Boy, they sure are pretty, you know?
Donnie, that's a very expensive set. Maybe you'd like to have something else.
I thought you liked them.
I do. They're very beautiful, but...
Here, let me see how they look.
Okay.
Lauren, you got the prettiest ears.
Thank you, Donnie. Another $50, and the set'll be yours.
They're for you.
Pete?
What's that?
It's an invitation to an art exhibit.
Right on schedule.
You like it?
I'm not sure, but it's good. You see, I don't know what I like, but I know what's good.
You sound like you might be a dealer.
Not strictly in oils and sculpture.
Any other works of art?
Not strictly those either. Although I am interested in acquiring a Matisse pencil sketch, 22 inches by 18, a Durant charcoal, a Mitchell Johns.
You have very Catholic taste.
My customers do. As a matter of fact, I can move practically any antique. Porcelain, silver.
Do you know good porcelain?
If I could lay my hands on a Han Dynasty bowl, blue flowers, circumference 6 inches, I would be willing to pay $2,500.
That's very generous. Friends in Paris tell me the Lauren Davis they know has always been fair.
They tell you anything else?
Just that Lauren has dropped out of sight for the past few weeks.
Time to move on. Are you in the business?
One might say I'm a collector.
I'd like very much to see your collection sometime.
You shall, Miss Davis. You shall very soon.
It's hard to get down. Cynthia Lambert, one of the old line families in the city. Her father built Lambert Hill.
Yeah, well, we checked. Practically everybody who was ripped off either made travel arrangements or ticket reservations for that particular night through her travel agency. And don't think she's doing it just for kicks. Her old man died broke. Tell him, Joe.
Yeah, he blew every cent he had in a big resort development in the desert.
Well, this past year, little Cynthia's been making up for it.
Your pawn shop has really paid off for us. We've passed along 19 suspects to burglary, and Tommy Court's going to be picked up when he meets Pete. But the one I really want...
You don't have to spell it out.
You weren't supposed to bring anybody else.
Mr. Tanaka is going to take everything you people have. Ready?
I don't know.
I do.
You bring a truck?
Did I bring a truck?
Tanaka's a big importer in Tokyo. His customers are screaming for everything you have here. You've seen everything, Mr. Tanaka?
It's so. I take you set the price.
You heard, Miss Lambert.
Yes, I have a list of prices right
Just
here.
give me the bottom line.
How delightful. The bottom line, as you put it, let's see, should be about $100,000. But for what's here, $40,000.
Bert, start loading the truck.
Miss Davis, you realize...
Oh, I understand, yes. All our transactions are to be cash. Now, how soon will you be able to show me some more merchandise? And I mean really good stuff.
Well, maybe you would like to make the selection yourself. You seem to know Mr. Tanaka's tastes.
I'd like that.
Then we'll set it up for next Tuesday evening, and I'll contact you. And wear something dressy.
Thank you. I want to thank you, Gene. You were great.
Sure. More fun than working juvenile. Say, where's Pete gonna take all my goodies?
Police property room.
I should have brought my own car. This thing drives like a truck.
No class, honey. Anyway, who ever heard of a police car with a built-in bar? In case I didn't mention it, I like your car.
You didn't.
Thank you, Clara.
For what?
Your continuing compliments about my new dress.
It's real red.
Quite all right, Miss Davis. Any friend of Cynthia's is always welcome.
Thank you. Everyone in the world must be here tonight.
Well, everyone in our world, at least. Except the Bergs. They flew to New York.
Yes, I know. I booked their flight. Excuse me. Of course.
So, how is Portofino this year?
Wonderful. You really must come next year.
Yeah, I'm really gonna try.
Excuse me.
Nice meeting you. Cute girl. See your friend anywhere?
Not yet, but I'm looking.
Is it always like this? Charming, aren't they? In their funny clothes and their loud voices, small talk.
I'd like another drink. Could I get you one?
No, thank you.
Vodka martini, please.
Why don't I freshen that fire?
Good idea. And this time, make it champagne.
Gonna change your luck, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Just give me a glass of champagne, please, and Scotch mist.
Got a nice tie.
Thank you. I'll try.
Nice party, too.
I just got here, actually. I don't know anybody here.
You alone?
No, I'm with the lady in red. All the fellas go for the lady in red.
Sorry she's so ugly.
Well, you get used to it. Thank you. I checked your Fargo out before I picked up Prudence. You're coming through nice and clear.
Good.
I got 3 units on station. Joe and Peter across the street.
Try to have a good time.
I'm gonna try.
It was a terrific party. Oh, excuse me. Come with me.
Here you go.
Who's the girl?
What girl?
Don't play dumb with me, Crowley. The classy little blonde in the black pantsuit.
Oh, that girl.
I may be high, but I'm not completely blind.
She's an acquaintance of mine.
You never told me you were in Vice.
Put this on.
How clever. Using a catering truck to get us to the other house.
Pete, I can't hear a thing.
You made the flight reservations, right? That's how you knew they'd be out of town. This operation, it must take in a lot of bread.
Money, illness. My father never built this town for people like the Bergs. There was a time when...
Did you say Bergs?
That's what it sounds like.
You better check it out.
All they think now is it takes money. I could smash them all!
This is 12Y50.
this on. And these two.
Would you believe my husband paid $28,000 for that car? $28,000. Well, that's the price of two ordinary cars. And yet, every time I park it, I can't start it. Park, no start. Park, no start. It's maddening.
Bill, it was the parking attendant. The blonde parking attendant.
Of course, it makes sense. Hey, stay here. Just stay here.
Light me. How do you feel about jacuzzis?
What do you hear from Pep?
She mentioned a family called the Bergs, but there's 7 of them, Bill.
Yeah, we've been trying to find out which one of them's been out of town.
Try him again.
Okay.
You people move fast. Is Ellis an electronics expert?
You're not here to ask questions. You came to make your own selection.
I don't have to see any more to question your taste.
The truck is loaded except for that box.
I deliberately left something of tremendous value. Now you pick it out.
Hey, what is this? I've given you an awful lot of money.
Pick it out. I'll give you a little help. It's in that cabinet. That's a good choice, Staffordshire. But that's not it. It's a fake. I knew it, Rafe. She's with the police. They've heard everything.
Police, freeze!
Okay! Hold her up. Put your hands up against the wall, back.
Bill! Ellis got out the back door.
Freeze!
Halloween's over, buddy. You have the right to remain silent. If you give up that right, you read it yourself.
Well, we got the whole Lambert Hills gang under indictment. Tommy Court is copying a plea, and now they're rounding up the rest of your customers.
Great.
And the chief is very happy.
That's fantastic.
Now, what should we do with these?
Oh, Donnie's stuff.
All right, hand it all over. I want it all back. And don't give me any trouble or I call the cops. Donnie's told me everything. This is where he brought my stuff, and I want it back now.
Are you this kid's father?
That's right. And I have a list.
Clock, radio, toolbox, camera, wristwatch, it's all there.
We'll need a receipt, of course. You think you're getting off easy, pal. No son of mine.
I wouldn't be too hard on it.
Look, please, miss, just keep out of this.
Listen, friend. You see, we're police officers. Now, we're glad you showed up. Otherwise, we'd have had to track you down.
Donnie brought this stuff in to put this on layaway. He was buying that for his mother.
Listen, the next time you get an idea like that, talk it over with me. You might find you have a partner, okay?
Okay.
Well, at least you got good taste. Thanks.
Bye, Donnie.
This is a setup.
I don't understand. Did I retain somebody?
An attorney, darling. La crème de la crème.
Picture a more vivacious girl working for you. Someone who could use a little body action.
We've got to find a way to shut them both up.
I just sent Sergeant Anderson up to her apartment to tell her about her husband.
Oh, hello, Crowley. This is your disappearing, going on vacation Purple Claw. Just thought I'd check in one last time. Let you know my bikinis are packed and I'm off and running. So before you say anything, don't say anything.
Listen, Purple Claw, do I seem like the kind of a guy who would interfere with a girl's vacation?
Crowley?
Yeah, I knew you'd say that. I want you to have a great time, sweetheart. Really. I don't care. Honey, where did you say you were going?
Oh, you want to know where I'm going? You want to know? Well, you know what? No way! I got a week off and I don't want any calls poolside. Where's this file? Where's that file? You can just find the file all yourself, okay? Say goodbye to the troops and listen, Bill, try to survive.
Not only survive, honey, we're going to prevail. And if you're not back in a week, I'm going to slap a blonde wig on Styles. A bikini, I don't know about it.
Bye-bye.
Have a good time.
Stop him! Stop that man! He's got her purse! Stop him!
Come in.
I got a live one for you, Hilda. Banged up, all in one piece.
Good. Name?
No name, but hit by a truck of a nice, clean dry cleaning firm.
Well, you gotta get hit by a truck. It's the best kind.
$20, Hilda? Oh, come on, you're kidding. You know it's worth more.
Well, if it is, you'll get more.
Washington, it's only money.
Only money?
It's only a matter of arriving at a fair amount.
Well, let me tell you something. I have come to live and breathe by the stuff. The happy juice of life. It's the holiest of stuff.
Yeah, I'll speak to her. Hilda? Right away. Calhoun? Mrs. Morris wants a runner over at Linden Hospital right away.
That Morris woman, I don't like her.
Hilda is good at her job.
She's ice. Or heart of stone.
Well, I'll admit she's not a specialist like you, Washington, but in life, well, in life, all of us are specialists. All of us, in our own way, have a function.
All of you wouldn't be here if it weren't for me. And in this funny accident business, I'm the artist, the Leonardo. I'm the reason you wear those fancy clothes and smell so pretty. So it's got to be a partnership. A full suit and tie partnership. And that's what I'm gonna get.
You are not allowed in here, Mrs. Morris. You know that. I shan't be long, Mrs. Thomas. I'm calling the head nurse.
Do that if you don't want to keep your job.
Now, dear, we do have to know your name. And you'll need a lawyer. A very fine lawyer. And we'll see that you get one. Pepper. Sounds like Andrews.
Oh, Polly, make sure that that runner to Linden Hospital has an attorney's retainer form.
Yes, Mr. Calhoun. Good morning, Mr. Markson.
That is the last one, Dan.
Larry. Dear Larry. You know, you sit on your rump all day and sweet talk the insurance adjusters. Is that so bad?
You just don't seem to understand, Markson, do you? I have had it here. I'm fed up. I'm not practicing law. I'm shoveling manure.
Law. Do you know what Hilda says? She says you need a seeing-eye dog these days to find a courthouse.
I don't need her to tell me I'm a miserable lawyer.
A correction counselor. A rich, miserable lawyer. Come on. Have some more brandy, Larry. Good for the blood pressure. Oh, and, that tie. Clashes horribly with that suit. It's very gauche, Larry.
Well, howdy. You're late. Busy day on the freeways. Cars are bounding around like balls in a pool hall. You know, I must have handed out 8 cars at least. Yeah. You'll be hearing something. Oh, good. You know, there's one guy. Car sideswipes him. And all he gets is a cut over the eye. Stay put, says I. He says, I'm all right. I said, like hell you are. You're going to need a lawyer. And thinks I, even a jerk like Calhoun. Oh, you beer?
No, thanks, Russ.
Well, why the meet?
Washington, he wants in. Full partnership.
You tell him no. No way.
Might be difficult, Russ. The man is unique, isn't he, Hilda?
Yes. I mean, Russ, do you know any other man who can twist his bones so that his x-rays look like spaghetti? Then snap them back into place again?
And the insurance company is meanwhile paying off. Well, for us.
My vote is no. No more partners.
Hilda, your vote?
Unique? Yes. Partnership? No.
Well, just to make it unanimous, my vote is no. Isn't democracy nice? Yeah. Oh, and Russ, why don't you make Washington's next accident his last one?
Dr. Gary Ballard, please report to the information desk. Dr. Gary Ballard, information desk, please.
What happened?
Oh, good morning. You were in an accident.
But you're going to be fine, just fine.
But
Miss Andrews, we've been unable to locate any identification. Were you carrying anything?
This just came in.
Was it peppers?
Mm-hmm. A messenger just brought it in from the postal inspector's office. They found it in the mailbox in Tres Cruces.
ID badge, everything's in it. Except a gun.
Ahora, Alicia, para mía. Firma aquí.
¿Pero qué quiere que haga? No quiero firmar, no.
You feeling better?
Alicia.
Yes.
Alicia.
What's going on over there?
Oh, our beloved Samaritan, Mrs. Morris, direct descendant from Lady Macbeth, is a front for a capping racket.
Alicia.
No, te quiero esperar que
Ambulance, Jason.
no puedo firmar.
They practically own this place. That woman probably is an illegal. Well, correction, is an illegal. Morris would know about that. So she threatens the woman that unless she signs with her lawyers, the insurance companies would turn her over to the immigration people. Except it never comes out that way.
Lily, if that's true, why don't you report it to the proper authorities?
Miss Andrews, my big, beautiful husband was just laid off last week. We've got 3 beautiful kids. And hamburger is still almost $1 a beautiful pound. So you see, I'd like to.
Oh, Alicia.
But I can't.
Gracias, chiquita.
Dr. Paul Segunde, room 310, please.
Well, Miss Andrews, how are we feeling today?
We is feeling lousy.
Well, you were pretty much out of it when you signed the retaining form.
I don't understand. Did I retain somebody?
An attorney, darling. La crème de la crème. The best. See? Your thumbprint. Good as a signature.
Why couldn't you have waited?
Because, my dear, there are insurance adjusters, bloodsuckers, leeches, who'd move in on you before you knew what was happening.
Here?
Oh, yes, right here in the hospital. Well, then, I see you later.
Dr. Mike Besser, nurse's station, 3rd floor, please.
No, it's Leanne Anderson. Leanne Anderson. That's right.
I'm sorry, Sergeant. There's no record of anyone by that name.
Are you sure?
Yes, there's a Andres Concepcion, Andrews Pepper, Avalon Manuel.
Wait a minute. Pepper Andrews? When was she admitted?
On Monday, she was in an accident, hit by a truck.
Where was that?
In Tres Cruces.
Is she all right?
I'm sorry, I can't give out that information.
Well, then listen, why don't you put me through to her?
Sorry, sir, there are no phones in the wards. Visiting hours are 6 to 8 p.m.
Good evening, Pepper.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Morris.
Now, who was it who said, roses may beckon toward us, but they speak toward heaven and God? Henry Ward Beecher, I think.
Oh, thank you.
And who was it who said, there's nothing worse than hospital soap? Presto, made from fine lettuce, infinitely delicate, and for you, Pepper.
Thank you. They're lovely. Mrs. Morris, do you work on the staff here?
Oh, no. The Samaritans are a volunteer organization. But it isn't work to me. I feel it's sort of an obligation.
And I'll bet these flowers and things like the soap, you pay for them with your own money.
As the purse is emptied, the heart is filled. And that is Victor Hugo, and he was so right. You just ask Mr. Markson someday.
Oh, well, I know Victor Hugo, but who is Mr. Markson?
Daniel Markson. He heads the Samaritans. And if I might say, selflessly.
Pepper?
Herschel, come on in. Mrs. Morris, this is Herschel Andrew, my husband. Well, my ex-husband.
Oh, how do you do?
Morris?
Now, I know you two want to be alone for a while. So, Pepper, darling, have a pleasant evening, and I'll see you tomorrow.
And thank you very much.
Dr. George Freelick, please report to the 3rd floor nurse's station.
Herschel?
Herschel Gottfried, my favorite uncle.
Pep, don't you think it would have been a good idea to let us know where you were?
Now, before you say anything, I'm feeling fine. Except I'm starving with this hospital food. What are the chances of your smuggling in a pizza?
From Herschel, you got only chicken soup. Now, what's that all about?
Sit down. Have I got a girl for you?
Roman, your brains bend more than your bones. You hear what I'm saying? Do you hear what I'm saying?
I am trying to eat.
You're always eating when you're not being sucked in by those devils. Get out of this business.
What do you know, woman?
Those people, they'll chew you up. Wait and see. Baby, I don't want nothing happening to you. Don't you understand?
I'll get it. Yeah.
Roman, my friend.
Mr. Markson. Hold on. There, sir. You were saying.
Yes, I've talked it over with my associates, and we've come up with a very attractive proposition. Instead of the usual flat fee, we're prepared to offer you a percentage of what the insurance company pays.
Hey, man, you didn't hear me. I said a full partnership.
I don't think we can do that, Roman.
Mr. Markson, I have a little story I want to tell you. A month ago, exactly, I bought me this little tape recorder, see? Now, I have on tape every call that you've made to me these past 30 days. I have a feeling, a good feeling, the district attorney's office just might enjoy hearing them, sir. How was that?
Play with the devil, wind up in hell.
Do you really believe him?
Oh, I'd be stupid not to, but we'll handle him. Come in. Well, what happened to you? The rail at your favorite saloon give way?
Client. Summit. He nearly killed me. You told me you sent him a settlement.
We sent him a check, Lawrence.
Well, the check bounced. And every time he hit me, he said, that's for the rent I can't pay this month, or that's for the food I can't buy my family. Every check we sent out this month bounced.
Hilda, tell Larry our new philosophy about that, will you?
All right. Lawrence, it's very simple, really. You see, we feel we fulfill our obligation when we write the check. Collecting on it is our client's worry.
I don't believe it.
Well, you better, Counselor, because we make some of them good. Sooner or later. You know, that tie I like. That's much better. Now, come along, sit down. Come on, sit down, Larry. Hilda? Read me all the cases pending from Calhoun's farm.
All right. Oh, Amelia Huerta. She's suing for $20,000. Company offer, $1,000.
Take it.
Marcia, for crying out loud,
Next,
that's just the first
Hilda.
offer.
Vincent Lombard suing for $8,000, offer $500.
Settle it.
That won't even pay the hospital costs.
Claim is against the man, not against us. Let them sue him.
You can't do that.
The defender of humanity. Now that, Larry, is what a good lawyer should be. But we all know that you're not a good lawyer. That you are an ambulance chaser and a shyster. And therefore I must assume that the reason for your distress is not the welfare of your clients, but for your cut of the take, which is 600 and not 6,000. You still want to leave, Counselor?
His ethics are as shaky as his. They'll put him away someday if they don't plow him out of a gutter first.
Here's to plowing him out of the gutter.
I don't believe it.
Well, no wonder you can't keep a maid.
What are you doing?
I'm just working my way through the police academy, ma'am.
Bill, do me a favor. Go home. Just go home, okay?
No, oh, no, wait a minute. After you taste my coffee. Sit yourself down over here. Oh. Not anything dirty.
Herschel, this is very sweet of you.
Yeah, I thought so. How was your first night at home?
Lots better than the hospital.
Yeah,
Did you find out anything?
Well, I got them all working on it.
Like who?
Well, like for starters, the hospital authorities, the Better Health Services, the district attorney's office, the Bar Association. I even talked to a claims investigator. Would you believe $270 million paid out last year in auto accident claims alone in this city? About 10% of those were phonies. That's about $27 million. That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of felony.
Yeah. Listen, drink up your coffee, then I'm going to help you pack off and get back on that vacation. Where was it you said you were going?
Remember that place I...
Huh?
Very cute. You almost had me. Now, we're going to wait on the vacation. I got a couple ideas I want to talk to you about. Oh, but first, Bill,
Yeah?
would you be terribly upset if I made a fresh pot of coffee?
You'd love it if it was in a paper cup.
Yeah, and what else, Miss Johnson?
There's Miss Andrews here to see you. Says she has an appointment.
Oh, yes, send her in. Oh, and phone my tailor and tell him I'm sending back the gray suit. The cuff is supposed to caress a Gucci, not hide it. Come in. Come in, sit down, please.
Thank you.
Mrs. Morris told us to expect you, but she didn't tell me to expect such an attractive young lady. Well, I've been looking through your file, and I must say it's certainly substantial. I can guarantee you a settlement of $10,000, maybe more.
Sounds fine.
I said $10,000.
I heard you. It's beautiful. Bavarian, isn't it?
Yeah.
Exquisite.
It's one of the few remaining pieces.
Are you an attorney, Mr. Markson?
No. No, I'm more of an engineer. Can I fit the right pieces together? The right attorney for the right client, the right medical report from the right doctor.
Very nice. Efficient.
Yes, we think so.
It's really remarkable
What?
that it all started with your card, the one Mrs. Morris gave me in the hospital.
Oh, yes, she's very helpful.
I'm sure. Dan. Is it all right if I call you Dan, or do you prefer Daniel?
It's your preference.
Dan. Isn't it true that most accident victims are men?
Uh-huh.
Well, now, let's face it. Mrs. Morris is not going to win any prizes for personality. So, picture a more vivacious girl working for you. Someone who could smile, use a little body action. Nothing promiscuous, you understand, but...
Picture you, say?
You could say that.
Why?
Well, you see, I've never really had an opportunity to do anything with my life or myself. And now I want a lot of things. A lot of nice things. And I'm sure I'd be very good for you.
Oh, I'm sure you would too. It's just that we do some things here that are not quite, well, you know.
Oh, yes, I know. And maybe that's one of the things that attracts me. Who knows?
Well, just say we could work something out. You realize you'll be working with me and Mrs. Morris. She's a partner, you know.
No problem.
Okay. Done.
Now, these are our specialties. Whiplash, lower back sprain. Of course, we have skull fracture and brain concussion.
One of our best sellers.
I'll bet. I mean, it all looks so profitable.
Now, in here, you'll find examples of a dozen scenarios which we teach our patients. Open to page 3, please. All right. I'm the examining physician. You're the patient. What seems to be wrong, Mrs. X?
I can't move my right arm, and there's a heavy feeling in my legs.
What do you mean by a heavy feeling?
There are times when I can't feel anything at all, as if, oh, dear God, they're paralyzed.
Thank you.
It's very good. Well, that's only the beginning of this wreck.
That's the way it looked when it came in.
That can't be the same car.
Sure is.
Explain the setup to her, Russ.
Well, as you can see, we've got the latest facility. You know, I can buy a busted part for any make car. I put them on for the adjuster, and I take them off. And then we split 50-50 with the happy owner.
You like it?
Love it.
Well, I think you're ready for a little field trip. Hello, Mobile. Call the Highway Patrol. This is an emergency. There's been an accident 2 miles west of Barron on S19. Send an ambulance immediately. Well, this will be good for 5,000 or 6,000 insurance settlement easy.
Not bad for an afternoon's work. I love it.
All set?
Sure am. Mustn't disappoint the Highway Patrol, must we, gentlemen?
Come on, hit it!
Hilda, here are the stats on our friend Washington. He's going to have slight brain damage and a heavy pain in his right arm. Yeah, the insurance sheets are here, and Hawkins has got the write-off sheet on the car. I expect him around about 6 o'clock. Give or take 10 or 15 minutes, okay?
Fine. There's gold in them, their wards. Real gold. That's amazing. I've never seen anything like it.
I'm happy you're so impressed.
Oh.
Oh, she starts Monday. Okay. Right, end of the tour for today. It's the cocktail hour.
Good.
Have a nice evening, Hilda. I know a lovely little place by the beach. Drive down there, have a couple of drinks, and then... What's your favorite food?
I feel like Chinese.
Well, it just happens I know this other terrific place, which has the best seaweed, dumplings.
Get away too fast, Hazen.
Yes, ma'am. I haven't seen her in 3 or 4 years. She came out as a rookie, just before I retired from the police force. Yeah, maybe she'll come back.
Cop, Daniel. A cop.
How was I supposed to know?
Now, look, you know, this lady friend of yours, Marks, and she is a problem. Just like Washington's a problem. If those two ever get together,
Except they're not going to get together. Because we've got to find a way to shut them both up. And between us, surely we can.
Oh, I didn't know anybody was still here. I just came to borrow a cup of vodka.
On the wagon from Gin, Counselor.
Take it and go home. Washington and the cop. How?
What are you doing here?
Mr. Markson suggested I catch up. What about you?
Oh, I spent the night here. It is as good a place as any, I guess.
Are you all right, Mr. Calhoun?
No, I'm not all right. But thank you. Tell me, who are you?
Oh, I'm Pepper. Pepper Andrews. I'm a new employee. Didn't Mr. Markson tell you?
They know about it. Marston, the others.
You know what?
That you're a cop. Real name, Anderson. You are in real trouble, Miss Anderson. Get away from here. Now.
Mr. Calhoun.
Please.
You're an early, aren't you? Very early, I'd say.
Yes, I figured I'd get started.
Help out? That's exactly what I need today. Your help. And if you thought yesterday was fascinating.
Looking nicely, aren't they? Partner.
Partner it is. Order, Mr. Marston.
We're about to be initiated into the classic technique of the rear ender. And this is the best in the business. Roman Washington, this is Pepper Andrews. Russ Hawkins, Pepper Andrews.
Howdy.
These two poor lost souls you don't need to know about, except they are important for one thing. I've insured them both to the hilt. When you get out
Mr. Marston, would you sign those timesheets for me?
Take over, Roman.
All right, gentlemen. Listen up.
No.
We're gonna take a little ride. We'll get in the car. We'll take a little ride. I'll be scouting for a good prospect.
What do I do?
You will help me look for a good car. One you could bet is insured to the hilt, driven by two ladies, naturally talking, just gabbing away. Then all I do is draw up next to the car, then cut in front and jam on the brakes and slam, bang, them two ladies into our tail.
You know what happened this morning? I opened this trunk and some dummy put all this extra gasoline in this trunk and forgot to take it out. Now, can you imagine that with the gasoline shortage? Okay?
Now, just as soon as we get hit, you two stand up to block out what's going on up front, okay? And that's when you and I swap seats.
Why?
Because, Miss Pepper, it's an undeniable fact that ladies are lousy drivers.
Brother, let's get going. Come on.
Here, take it. You're the best.
Happy landings.
Roman, stop the car.
What's wrong?
They set us up.
Who?
Hawkins and Markson. This is a setup.
Now, what's this all about?
You two get out.
Just stay put.
Please, call this thing off.
The only thing I'm calling off is you, woman.
What?
Get out.
No!
Out! You all right?
Yeah. Blast them. They're gonna get hurt. They went on the freeway. There.
My name is Myrtle Washington. I'd like to speak to an officer in charge of investigations. Ambulance chasing.
Mr. Calhoun, you okay?
Yes. I just wanted to see a pretty face again. That's all.
Hello.
Hi.
Is Mr. Markson in?
No, I don't expect him in today. May I tell him who dropped by?
Please. How about Mr. Calhoun?
Yes.
Would you mind buzzing him?
Well, that's Washington's apartment.
Oh, yeah.
You want me to go with you to break the news story?
No, I'll do it.
I'll check in when you're gone.
Okay.
550 to 12Y90. Message check for 5051, please.
12Y50, you have a note to call Deputy D.A. Gaynor regarding your grand jury case.
Right, I know about that. Listen, what's the condition of those two females injured in the freeway accident?
There's a Mrs. Myrtle Washington here to see you regarding the case you're working.
Mrs. Washington is in my office now?
Yes.
Talk about great timing. I just sent Sergeant Anderson up to her apartment to tell her about her husband.
I'm from the police department, Mrs. Washington. Mrs. Washington, I'm from the police department, Sergeant Anderson.
What are you doing? Let me out of here! What are you doing? Let me out! Let me out of this closet! Let me out right now! Let me out of here! Let me out of this place! Let me out of here! What is it? What is that? Let me out! Somebody, please, get me out of here! What is this? Let me out of here!
Temple.
Let me out! What's going on?
Hey, buddy, hold it right there. Police, free.
Who's out there? Let me out!
You there. You hear me?
Who is this?
Myrtle Washington. My husband's dead. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Well, dead's dead. And I got those tape things of his. Got 'em all. That man burned the blank ones. You understand?
Yes?
You bring me $10,000, else I'll take 'em to the police. Here? Now, I'll be at your office at exactly 10:30.
Well, the office isn't open at that time.
Well, open it. And you be there. And you tell Mr. Markson I said he'd better be there, too. Killed my man. Burned the Bow House. Killed my man. somewhere. Come on out. I know you're here. I got the tapes for you. Come on out and get them. Hear what I said? Just give me the money that we talked about. I got the tapes. Here they are. Just $10,000 and they're yours. Come on out. I know you hear me. Come on out, Mrs. Morris. I know you're here.
All right, lady. Hold it right there. You're wasting your...
Go ahead, Pop. Go ahead. Stop it.
You're lucky I don't let it kill you. Let's go.
As okay as I can be. What's happened? No place to go. No man waiting for me.
And then this Eskimo draws himself up to his full height and says, that's a lot of whale meat, kiddo.
That's funny. That's very funny, Dan.
Hey, how about a nightcap, eh?
Excuse me, Mr. Watson. Friend of mine, Bill Crowley. Sergeant Bill Crowley.
Oh, Sergeant Crowley, this is Senator Dayton.
You're under arrest, Mr. Markson.
Under arrest?
What the devil is this all about?
This man is under arrest for conspiracy to commit murder. Let's go, Markson.
1 minute. Look, Sergeant, I don't know whether you know who I am or not, but I am a senator. And this man is a very close personal friend of mine.
Is he?
Yes, he is. And I have a lot more very close personal friends in the department.
Well, Senator, unless you want to ride along with your very close personal friend here, I suggest you just sit there and finish your brandy. Let's go, Markson.
I'll be about an hour, okay?
Oh, I'm afraid you won't, Dan. Hilda told us everything. That looks good.
You know, I would buy your dinner if we didn't have to rush back and fill out all those reports.
I knew you'd get out of it. I got news for you. Not we. They're your reports. I've got 4 days left. I gotta get home, pack those bikinis, and get to Scottsdale.
Scottsdale? Hey, listen, kid. I can stand a little sun. What do you say I grab my bikinis and I'll go with you?
William, when you spring for an all-expenses trip to Acapulco, then you go with me. First class.
I don't look too good in a bikini anyway.